Hello, everybody. Welcome to CripChat, your weekly podcast for everything disability. Today, I have with me Jonathan Shar, Ibby,
Hello.
and myself,
Hello.
David D. Today, we'll be talking about services for people with disability outside of the NDIS. Please like and share, and over to you, Ibby.
Thank you, David, and welcome to CripChat, everyone. You're working welcome to everything disability. Today, we're talking about some services that are outside of the NDIS. So, what services can we receive? So, my question to you, Jonathan, David, is just the two of us. And also, if you'd like to contribute to the members out there, please give us a comment. Now, say your thoughts. So, David, what are some services available for people with disability outside the NDIS?
I'm baffled. You can do a lot of things, but I don't know if it's going to be included in the NDIS. What about going to the gym?
Well,
That's
technically,
NDIS also.
it's half allowed. It depends. Some NDIS registered and some are not. But you can still use their
Okay, what
services.
When not everyone who has a disability is on the NDIS.
So not everyone that's got a disability is on the NDIS.
Exactly. Look, there are other ways you can access services through health insurance, through government, like Medicare. There are lots of options. It's always good to, know that you have those options when accessing these services.
What
Things
about
like go to the
doctors?
gym.
Going to doctors?
Yeah,
Are
go
they-
to a
are they
GP.
on the NDIS?
Not really. No, that will be covered through like Medicare, so government benefits. Yeah, look, services outside the NDIS, going to the doctors, even going to see a physiotherapist, psychologist, your neurologist is not covered by the NDIS. So also there are services that's outside the NDIS. And if anyone knows any services, please write in the comments.
The house is outside of the NDIS.
Mental health, services related to mental health, some of that's outside the NDIS. Look, even like your guys, so they go ahead.
What about people that tell you what's good to eat and all?
Oh, like a dietitian.
Are they covered under the NDIS?
They will usually be covered under the NDIS. And look, if you're unsure of what services are supported by the NDIS, have a look at the website. They'll give you the NDIS list.
Also, you can put the NDIS online.
And if you want to, save your budget for something else, you can always jump onto, government benefits, Medicare, or health insurance. There are those options available.
Private
Health. Yeah.
I'm also wondering if your funds are for different things, but it's not for that specific thing that you want to use the NDIS for. Can you still use it and use it with the NDIS?
So like what?
Without
getting NDIS for a holiday?
No. Like equipment.
Absolutely not. Look,
Like
equipment if it's deemed reasonable and necessary. If you have the documents, and it depends on whether when you make a claim by the NDIS portal, it will tell you, you need to provide an invoice, documents outlining your reasonable and necessary equipment. Then, they'll assess and see whether they'll cover the funding or not.
What about if you haven't got funds for equipment? Does it come out of your pocket?
Well then, which I guess, it shouldn't be that way, but there should be, some, as long as you got documents, you got medical, certificates, you got, GP documents saying that it's reasonable, it's necessary, to improve your quality of life. I don't see why I should reject, but look, it is a process. But I guess most equipment should be covered by the NDIS. Let's move on to the next question. Why might someone with a disability not access or qualify for NDIS support?
Why would that? I'm not sure why they won't qualify because they're not extreme.
No. I wouldn't say that. I think the fact is that. Go ahead, John. Sorry.
Whether it to be permanent and significant disability.
So it's got to be a permanent disability.
Yeah, but it's also how you define the word disability. Some people are finding a bit of a challenge to get onto the NDIS, and they have like a physical disability. So the physical disability is there. So I don't know how it works. And there's some people that don't require as much end up on the scheme, where some that do need it and are not yet on the scheme. Why might someone with a disability not access or qualify for NDIS? I don't have, a solution or an answer to that question. But sometimes, things like denying that you have a disability can come into play as well. Family can also impact the way a person, gets their supports. It's also about the environmental factors as well that can come into play. There's also attitudes. Look,
exactly.
Unfortunately,
a lot of people don't like to define themselves as disabled.
And exactly. And for some people find that the process, of getting into the NDIS has been challenging, especially those from our backgrounds, so culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds.
And the people with hidden disabilities which are not as apparent to the outside world.
That's a good point, John. Yeah, people with hidden disabilities, this is unapparent. Might find it hard to get onto the screen.
Some people don't know who to talk to and how to approach it also. That's why. You got to know who to talk to and how to approach it. How to fill in the forms. Always go to your GP and they'll probably lead you to someone that can help you.
Good point. So, John David, how do these services complement or differ from NDIS offerings? The NDIS is set to, encourage people to live a more independent life and decision making, make decisions for themselves. That's what the NDIS is there for.
And to make people feel more included in society.
Yes, be more included in society. How they do that by offering supports. So NDIS is there to offer the support for people to live a more independent life and be more included. Now, how you use these services is totally dependent on the person that has a disability to help them improve their quality of life.
I said that's the main aim.
Look, thank you, John. David, we are now going to get into the personal narratives and experiences from both of you. And myself as well. So we'll go to you, David. Share your experience with the access to non-NDIS services.
The non-NDIS services? For example...
What's your experience? Sorry.
Well, give me an example of one of them.
Well, go to your GP, for example. You don't access NDIS for that, do you?
I do. Yeah, I've got an exercise physiologist.
So what symptoms? Oh, yeah. Okay, are there any services that you don't use NDIS for?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of them. I do use them, but I'll probably go out for lunch by myself.
Oh, yeah.
That's very lonely and very hard to work out what I want to eat, what they serve.
Yeah, so you need some support, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's where support workers come in to provide that support for you to be able to enjoy your meal.
I guess
so that's I guess look for me I access my GP through non-DIS I guess I go out sometimes on my own without using supports. I hang out with friends all the time without using NDIS support. Yeah, anything from your end, Jonathan?
I guess my organization and work on my own.
CripChat. That's not using NDIS, but NIS.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. What gaps have you experienced in these services? So, David, you were talking about not being able to see what you ate without the use of support workers.
Well, sometimes you go for a coffee, and people they ask for a coffee, and you're sitting down. Later on, they say they know you're blind, but they end up putting the coffee right in front of you, and they don't tell you. They go, you do know you got the coffee in front of you. Yeah, it's been cold now.
Yeah.
There's not awareness of
It's awareness. It's awareness.
Yeah.
It's good education and awareness.
Yeah, look, I guess, look, it depends on what services you need actually to improve your quality of life. If you find yourself capable of doing something, then you're allowed to, live your life and, carry out normal daily things. Just because you're on the NDIS, it doesn't mean that, you require a support worker with you 24/7 a day. You need services to be had. So that's the gap. People are assuming that you need services. But look, everyone that's on the NDIS should be familiar with how they would use their supports and in what way they would use their supports. And that's like something it's none of anyone's, concern, but it should be something that we're allowed to utilize and work with. And we do get auditors, that look at how we spend our funds, look at seeing if there's any fraudulent activities. But NDIS is there to support us, to help us live independently. Now, how have these supports that you use impacted your independence and quality of life? So, David, what happens when you do have a support worker?
Well, I live a happy life. I got more ability to do things and get around and not have to wait for a bus or for a train or walk in the rain. And I'm able to go get my shopping done. I'm able to go get clothes that I need or anything I need to go do. And assistance with anything, like letters that get read to me.
Yeah.
My mail.
Good stuff. How about you, John? How's the impact?
What way did I do me to communicate and walk confidently in society?
It's all about, helping you gain that confidence, helping you receive your life independently, and carry on business as usual with your life. So that's a leeway to the next question. So how have these supports impacted how do these services shape your day-to-day living?
I'm more happy and I've got more ability to move around and do things and plan things, catch up with people and be able to get my shopping done easy.
So you're in charge of your own life. That's pretty much what the NDIS is there to do.
Practically, I'm in charge of my own life and they're there for assistance.
Good stuff. That's awesome. You feel the same way, Martin?
Yes, I
Cool.
do.
I think it helps us, keep organized and just, plan our lives. So it's awesome. NDIS is a good thing.
When it's
It's all good.
Especially when you got the right NDIS worker. Kara.
Spot on, David. Spot on. All right, now we'll move on to my question to you, Jonathan, David. What role should government and community organizations play in enhancing services outside the NDIS?
Well, they should see us as a partner. They should ideally work with disability representative organizations to build the services which enable us to live an ordinary life, not seeing us as a cost, but services that will include us.
So including us in the services, not saying outside of disability. David, what are your thoughts?
Well, they should allow people to know, allow them to help us be able to access it more freely.
I think, David, you're spot on with the supports. They should give us support to help us, be included in society. They should provide us support to, help us feel like being a part of the community.
Yeah.
That's why inclusion is all about, including us in decision-making processes, in community engagement, things like that. So they should recognize us as human beings and not people with disabilities. So, my next question, are there specific policy changes or advocacy efforts aimed at improving these services? I'm not too sure. I'm not familiar with any policy changes. There are a lot of advocacy efforts.
Your disability peak organizations like Physical Disability Australia, people with disability Australia.
So I think bodies like PDCN, Physical Disability Council of New South Wales, Physical Disability Australia, People with Disability Australia, Diversity and Disability Alliance, Multicultural Diversity Advocacy Association. What else is there? There's a lot of them out there. Self-Advocacy Services Incorporated. What else is there, David? Advocacy organization. If anyone knows any, let us know in the comments. Yeah, there's a few others out there. Anyway, there's all these advocacy organizations that work together to advocate for people with disability.
What about the Blind Society? The Vision Australia, Guide Dog?
And there's for those that are visually impaired, Cerebral Palsy Alliance, and there's plenty more. And each one are putting their efforts in to advocate for people with disability. So keep up the work that you do, guys. Awesome. And make sure you are part of the effort, the team. Which is, I'm moving on to the next question. How can the broader community support and promote these services? Just be involved. Be involved with these organizations. I'm not saying all of them, but be involved with a few of those advocacy organizations.
Get out and radio. voice.
Raise your voice. Make your voices heard. That's good. Be involved with as many as you can.
Yeah, I'm probably involved with a few. So support the cause.
Look, as long as your voices are heard, and make sure that they provide that space for your voice to be heard, that's the most important thing. And we should get our community to support us and come along with us on this journey.
Yeah.
No, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Look, before we do, I guess wrap up. We do have a big event coming up. Is that right, John and David?
Yes, Australian Disability will be holding an idol performance and a live recording of CripChat Australia at Doctor Community Centre in Chatswood. If anyone is interested, please join us.
Thank you very much, John. Australian Disability marks the International Day of People with Disability. And so what that means is that we're going to have a podcast live with our audience in our local area. And we'll be talking about the International Day of People with Disability and what that means for us. We'll be having guest speakers. So I believe Mark Tonga, a Valve advocate. Also, Hannah Solomon, so founder of the Disability Pride movement.
Performers, so please join us if you're in the area.
Is that for the Q&A? Was there a Q&A at the end?
Yes.
So for those that are in or around the North Shore, it will be held in Chatswood. So at the Daoud Centre at 7 p.m. on Friday, the 22nd of November. So mark down your calendars, and if you're in or around the area, join us. Please do so at 7 p.m. on Friday, the 22nd of November. We're going to provide the flyer. We're also going to comment in the chat. We've got more information as well. Please feel free to get into contact with us. There's going to be live speakers. We're going to have a live CripChat. There will also performances. The agenda we sent out to everyone. I think we'll send out the flyer. If you're available, please register. And we really hope to see you there. And you get to, I guess, see our lovely faces.
Yes.
So please make sure you follow us and join us on the ride. We'll send the flyer around, like David said. Please like and share. And we hope to see you there.
You've been watching CripChat, your weekly podcast for everything disability.
We can't wait to see you there, where we'll be live. For now, goodbye, everyone. See you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.